All right, Goran. So, confessions. This is what it is, mate. I had to get in the car with my father-in-law again.
Okay, so context for this is now... Whose car is it first?
Pray
Let
for
me
me.
interview you. Whose car is it?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
My car.
Your car. Okay, the Beast. The Beast is fixed.
Yes,
Or
it's functioning now. Yes,
was this
yes.
So it wasn't to do with fixing the Beast. That's not why you were with him.
No. This
okay.
is... We had to go to Swindon again.
Okay. So same journey. Who else is in the car?
So this time it's me and Sanj's other sister, Sanj, and my father-in-law.
Sanjay's in there as well. Okay, so 4 people in the car, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Seating positions. Who's the co-pilot?
Sanj.
Oh, your dad's behind you again, isn't he, then, with his clipboard?
No, he was on Sanj's side, but that was just as bad.
Okay. Did you offer him a sedative before departing on the journey?
I really should have, and I'll come to a sedative later.
Yeah, I mean, if you need a prescription, you can just say, look, Dad, this... just you want to conserve your energy, so just enjoy the ride like in a plane, just maybe, you know what, get some custom installed little TVs on the back of the seats. He'll be happy as Larry, man. Or even
Mate,
better,
I'd like to get
knowing
custom
your dad,
installed TVs into my flatburst, but yeah, okay.
give your dad something to fix at the start of the journey that doesn't need fixing, right? Like a Rubik's
No,
cube. He needs the equivalent of a Rubik's cube. Just give him like a pipe or something. Like, it doesn't work. Okay, fine.
Give him a
So
problem
now
to fix.
Yeah,
with
with
his
problem to
hands.
fix or make up a problem. All right, go on. What's the story then? And what's the build up?
All right, in the car with
He was
Dad.
going to have to drive.
Okay.
How was your anticipation?
So build up is we knew we had to go back to Swindon because we had to attend an event very early morning on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dad calls Sanj and he says, so we're going to Swindon. Okay, fine. Sanj is like, Indy's going to drive. Dad's like, no, I'm driving.
Sanj
Sanj is like, no, Indy's going to drive. Indy's going to drive. There's no two ways about this. There's no consultation, nothing. It's Indy's driving.
But
Okay.
based on the fact that he drove last time, it's only fair.
No, based on the fact that I don't like Dad driving late at night because he says he gets headaches and he gets tired. And I'm like, well, we're driving at nighttime. So to get there, therefore you're going to get tired.
Okay, so reasonable,
Yeah.
legitimate reason.
Reasonable. So you have to drill it home to him. You have to really say to him, this is what's happening. There's no negotiation. Fine.
How does he
What
take
time
to
are we
that?
leaving? Dad says, I think we should leave morning of the event, 4 a.m. I
That
said,
generation, man. That
He said-
generation.
He said, let's
Is
leave
the-
at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That way I can get up and we
drive.
can go and then we can come back same day. And I'm like,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
absolutely
Pause there.
crazy.
Dissect. So remember, this is a generation, you probably had the same. I don't know how often you traveled to India back in the day when you were young, but when we used to go, the early trips were, man, you were woken up like Navy SEALs, 2 o'clock in the
Yes.
morning, like get out of bed, get to the airport. And then you get older, you're
Agonizingly
like,
early.
No, and you're like, yeah, there are flights that run at normal times. Why are we getting these like random ass flights, right? So that is a generation
Yeah.
when it's, we don't stay in hotels. We will drive home the same night. They will
Yeah.
do whatever's necessary to avoid staying, and they can wake up as early as one. So yeah, it's that generation, it's a mindset, man. And we, unfortunately, are too focused on comfort.
To
So
what?
we
To what?
no, comfort. We like comfort, don't we? We always think about how can we do this? How can we do this? And it's just, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we just evolved a little bit. It's just-
wanting to have a journey far the night before an early morning event is not comfort. That's logical.
No, but the comfort, it's more comfortable than traveling early in the morning. Go somewhere, stay. I'm just saying with Nottingham, if I have to go early in the morning, I'll come the night before and sleep. That's comfortable to me. I don't want to wake up early.
Exactly.
I have to travel. Yeah, so well, whatever word you want to use, but okay. So he wants to go 4 a.m., to which you say, at this point, are
I
you
didn't
talking
say
directly
anything.
to him, or is this,
Sanj
why are
says
you
no
not
chance.
speaking
This is not
directly to
happening.
him? Why
Because
did you have
Sanj had
as
Dad
the-
on speaker. Basically, I'm thinking, okay, there's a certain time and place for this. This is not my time and place. This is between Sanj and Dad. I was like, Sanj
Because
has to
Sanj-
talk to her dad
because
with
Sanj can
with
be
an
more
iron
direct.
fist. Yeah.
Yeah.
She can be very
you're
direct.
not that
Similar
direct
to
level
how
yet.
I can be direct with my parents and Sanj can't.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
similar,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay,
At the
okay.
moment, give it a few years
the
and that will all
moment, yeah.
change. Yeah. But at the moment, it's still, let's
Yeah,
be polite.
respect. Benji,
yeah?
Benji. Yeah, okay.
fine. Yeah.
Go.
That happens. Dad's still insisting we leave at 4. No. Okay, fine. We said, Dad, this is happening. It's done. Yeah. He leaves it open-ended discussion. Next morning, her sister messages us saying, I booked hotels for all 3 of you. Already done it. So she did it before he could even have a choice of coming back to us saying, we're leaving at 4. So she beat him to it. It's very smart. Very smart.
Very smart, yeah.
They know how to game the system when it comes to their dad. So there you go. So we leave at 7. And we get there for about... No, we leave about 6:30, get there for about 9:30, 10. Because we stopped off at services. Within the first 5 minutes, I get a speed warning off him. I'm doing 53 miles an hour in a 50 zone.
The first 5 minutes, you get a speed warning.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got a ticket, man.
Off him, yeah.
Okay, as in you're
53 miles an hour in 50. He said, Indy, it's 50. I said, Dad, it's fine. He said, no, it's 50. I was like...
Wow. Why are you not in cruise control? That's the question. You love cruise control. I know you.
That is cruise control. I'm trying to get a bit of gain on speed, and I'm trying to overtake the guy next to me.
Got it. Oh, okay,
right, with slow, steady cruise control.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, a little bit, just to overtake, and then I'll put it down. Yeah. Okay. Didn't like it. I was like, wow. Okay, this is what it's going to be like the whole journey. Yeah. So you take that big ass journey over the M25. Fine. Get on the M4 and Goran. The M4 is fine in the daytime. At nighttime, it's horrible. Because there's no civilization, there's no areas, it's just trees. And you're driving on it for about a good 60 miles. So it doesn't feel like the road's ending. Nothing's changing in front of you or around you. There's barely any turnoffs. And you're like, yo, I'm falling asleep. This is actually really boring because there's nothing, there's no like light stimulating you. There's no signs turning off. There's no like, oh yeah, this, that, and the other. There's very limited places.
Have you got music on?
Tough. I can't blast music.
No,
because
you can't, or because they're in the car.
Because they're in the car, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's play some nice PG music. Yeah.
So you got something on. Is your co-pilot speaking to you?
Sort of. No. She's a little bit quiet.
Ooh, quiet because she's asleep, or quiet for other reasons?
No, quiet because I think she was a bit tired. I was like, okay. Try driving the car, mate. Okay.
So, official warning now I'm serving to the co-pilot here, Sanj. Sanj, function as co-pilot. Keep the driver awake and stimulated.
Thank you. Keep them occupied. Say something.
Yeah.
Keep the conversation going.
Tickle him. Give him insulin. Do what you need to do. Don't give him insulin.
Give me insulin.
Do what you need to do to keep the man awake. Okay. Fine. So you co-pilot, right? Then I've got this image in my head now. So you're driving, right? Your dad's in the back. You're proper driving test 10 and 2, right? So you got your hands on your wheel like this, right? You're trying to stay awake.
I had 10 and 2. I had 10 and 2 the majority of the way.
Sanj is knocked out. Sister's knocked out.
She isn't knocked out. She's just in a world of her own mentally.
She's comatose. You tell her she's GCS 3, right? She's not there, man, right? But your dad in the back in the dark, like Batman, is just
staring forward the whole time.
He's waiting for you to make a mistake. He's like,
anything. It's gonna happen. Right? Then it starts raining.
Your dad's like, let him fall asleep. I'll let him fall asleep. Drive the car so I can shower him. Yes. Okay, then it starts raining.
And he's like, oh, now it's raining. Now it's done. I'm like, Dad, it's fine. I've driven in rain before. It's not a big deal, right? And he's making it out like a big deal. I'm like, listen, stop.
Storm, I guess, storm.
Going, it was a few droplets, man. It wasn't anything major.
Tornado, Agi. Abandoned ship.
He's making it out to be like a big thing. And I'm like, Dad, you got to stop with this, man. You're making me anxious.
2012, end of the world. Apocalypse.
100%. Exactly that. So eventually we get to the destination and we're staying above a pub. So you think the rooms aren't nice. You think like it's like a standard like old school pub, B&B. You get in, they've renovated the rooms like it's brand new. So Dad walks into his room a little bit upset and he walks in. He's like, oh, this is actually very nice. I'm really happy. I was like, fucking hell. Jesus, okay, he's happy. And he says to me, call me and wake me up in the morning at 6 a.m.
He says to leave at 7. Specifically?
Yeah, me specifically. We need to leave at 7.
Call. Okay.
Yeah, I said, fine. Alarm goes off at 6 a.m. And then I'm like, it'll take me half an hour to get ready. So I'm like, my alarm's 6:30. And I'm like, cool, I can sleep for a bit. I start hearing Sanj talk on the phone. And then I wake up after and I was like, did you give Dad a wake up call? She said, no. He gave me a bloody wake up call. He called me saying, wake up, get up now, get in the shower, hurry up. We need to get ready. And she's like, what the hell, man? I didn't expect this. I just wanted to sit here and chill.
What time's this?
This is at 6 a.m. bang on. As soon as her alarm goes off, she thought her alarm went off again. It wasn't. It was her phone going off. And her dad calling her saying...
the time he'd asked a wake-up call, he gave himself a wake-up call by giving you guys a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. He's military.
Unreal.
Navy SEAL.
Unreal.
Navy SEAL. David
So
Goggins
we make it out on time. Everything's running smoothly and on time. Still questioning everything. Are we going to get there on time? Is everything okay? Have you got the keys? Have you got this? Have you got the keys to the room? I'm like, Dad, 7 a.m. I ain't even had a drink of water. I haven't even had a coffee.
Right.
Just silence, please. That would be really nice. Yeah? No. Consistent, non-stop. So eventually, happens, cool.
He likes lists. He likes knowing.
Mate, he doesn't like lists. He likes making problems and then checking the problems are fixed. But in my head, I'm like, that wasn't even a problem. Naturally, the keys are going to be in my pocket because I'm getting in the car.
Right,
Naturally, the keys to the room are going to be in my pocket because I checked out of the room. Like, things like that. So, event happens, fine. We're back at the guest house, yeah? Leave at about like 3:30, 4. You're thinking, you leave at 3:30, 4, you'll hit a bit of traffic and you'll get back at a decent time. Comes to about 2:30, 3, he starts doing the walk around. Our dads do the walk around, the head tilt. Shall we make tracks? I'm like, let's chill for a bit. Like it's a bit early. Let's have a little chat with everyone and then we'll go. Cool. Half an hour goes by. Same thing again. I'm like, all right. He's hinting we should probably go and get changed because I'm in a suit. Yeah. I was like, let's go and get changed. Got changed, come back, walk in. We're like, Dad, we're ready. Walk in, he's got a beer in his hand. That's it. Boss, add on half an hour now. Add on half an hour.
Clarify, where is he? Where are you physically? Are you at the person's house or back at your pub?
We're at the person's house. All the guests have congregated at the house afterwards. Yeah,
got it. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone's congregated there.
So game over now. Beers in the hand.
Beers in the hand. I was like, hang on, you were chasing us to go. Now you're sitting with a beer in your hand. So I go up to him and said, Dad, I'm doing the head. I'm like, come on, Julia, let's go. He's like, oh, no, 10 minutes. I was like, oh, okay. All right, fine.
10 times 10 rule.
Leave on your terms, isn't it? Leave on your terms.
Well, he's the alpha male, isn't he? He has to show you who's the boss. I mean, it doesn't matter. You're the driver. Remember, the driver is a subservient position. You understand that. We know that in other countries, you have a driver, right? So, plus he's your father, plus he's older than you. Like, he's got all the cards, man.
It's pain. It's real pain. And then a fifth person wants to get in the car on the way back with us.
Oh, hello.
Because they're going in the same direction.
New player. Right. Close enough that it's going to be seamless, or this is going to be awkward conversation?
I don't know. I couldn't tell how it was going to go. It was like,
but you know the person.
They're kind of new in the family. That's the best way of putting it. They're new in the family. Yeah.
But again, you have sanctuary as the driver.
I do.
You're afforded the luxury of you need to drive and not really maintain conversations kind of for the rest of the car.
So what Sanj says is, Dad's going to sit in the front with you.
And I said, they can entertain the guest.
And I said, Co-pilot. I'm not getting in the fucking car. Okay. He's not sitting in the front with me.
So you had a meltdown here.
You're sitting in the front with me.
You did the face that you're doing now, and you're like, it's not happening. It's not happening.
I'm like, that's not happening. That's not happening. I'm smiling at you. It's not happening. You're sitting in the front of the car.
The strategy is based on entertaining the guest. That's what she's getting at, yeah?
The strategy is you're going to pull your seat as far forward as it goes to give your dad leg room, okay? That's it. That's the strategy. Okay, give dad leg room and tell him he's sitting in the back. It's fine. So the guest is sitting in the middle, in the back seat, and then Sandra's sister's on the right. At one point, Gordon, all three of them were knocked out on the way back.
Excellent. Best case scenario.
Yeah. And dad didn't realize he fell asleep for an hour and a bit.
Okay.
Beauty. In that time, I put my foot down. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to get to the destination quicker.
Oh, I see. So,
but the problem was, the way he fell asleep, he's on the left side, right? So he's got his arm up, pulling on the thing. You know how people in the car, they pull on the handhold, right? They hold on it for the whole time. I'm like, I'm not even driving that fast. I'm on the motorway. But okay, cool. He's holding onto it, but he's dozed off in that position and his arm is covering his face. And I can't look back and check that he's asleep. But it became evident when he dropped his arm and then his face went down like that. I was like, oh, he's actually asleep.
Oh, cool. You weren't sure.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
High alert. You were like, oh, he's still watching me.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
real fear.
Did
That's
Sanj
it,
stay
man.
awake?
That's
Did
my
Sanj stay
confession.
awake? Was Sanj awake?
She was awake. She fed me M&Ms, which was nice of her. I needed it.
Okay, good. She's redeemed herself. Co-pilot,
She
you have
redeemed herself. She redeemed herself.
Oh.
You know, she's all right, that one. And then she had the day off
Yeah.
work today, while I had to go to work at 7 a.m.
Okay, good for her.
Lovely. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So you.
That's it, man. That's my confession. That was pure pain. I thought I'd share part 2.
So we, the listeners, we the people, need to engineer more situations that you are forced to drive with your father-in-law. But we need to get him in the front seat. I'm kind of thinking like, who's that guy? James Corden. Does that show in the car?
I'm not doing no sing-along with my father-in-law in
Yes.
the car. Okay.
Yes. I'm going to orchestrate this. This has to be your birthday present, like Christmas super.
That's not a birthday present,
All in
Goran. That's
one.
fucking torture.
Yes.
Well, what you're going to say next is, okay, Indy, bring your father-in-law to Birmingham. And I'm like, good fucking luck. Okay.
Yeah. And
Good
then
luck.
where you come, I will not be. Then you turn around and have to drive back another journey.
Because they want to get back same day, innit? You know what he's like.
Okay. Have you had a situation you've had both dads in the car at the same time and you're driving?
No, and that's my worst fucking nightmare. Because
Okay,
that means
why would that play
means no music
Right.
at all, because they
Because
have to
they're
hear
talking.
each other speak.
Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no
okay.
music,
Right.
silence. What either one of them says is correct, and you can't question, because there's double authority at play now. You can't be seen to challenge one of them in front of the other and make the other one look stupid. You can't do it.
That reminds me.
You must obey.
You had the meeting of the parents, didn't you? At the flat. How have we not talked
So
about
I was
that?
supposed to, but my mum and dad had to cancel because they had to babysit my niece and nephew. Because my sister went to go see Coldplay. That's why it didn't happen. Otherwise, I would have led with that story.
That is going to be story of the ages.
When it happens, I will tell you. It'll probably won't be for a few months now.
I want
but
to
yeah,
know the make, the brand, and the number of pens your dad brings to that meeting. That is like
There
the
we
meeting
go.
of the God.
Happy days.
The heads of the family, right?
There we
the
go.
5 families. The Godfather. So this is big.
That's it, Goran. Your wet dream.